Once upon a time, there was a peaceful little town by the sea. Here, the most exciting events took place in the harbor, bustling with fishermen and all sorts of street vendors. Boats of all sizes promised to offer adventures matching one's courage and investment. There were ferries that could take you to the other side of the waters, where few of the town's inhabitants had ever set foot, and where every child dreamed of going. Then, there were small boats that, when the weather allowed, would take you along the seaside, gliding over the gentle waves, just enough to get a taste of the sea, but not of its dangers. And it was precisely in this harbor that, one day, an unusual traveler arrived, drawing attention due to the dozens of pieces of luggage that the porters were tirelessly stacking in the spacious trailer of a truck set to transport them to their final destination. The traveler smiled warmly at everyone, greeting them with kindness. His friendly manner soon gathered a flock of curious and noisy children, eager to guess who he was and what mysterious things he had brought with him. As the truck rumbled off, its engine groaning under the weight, the children ran after it through the cobbled streets, all the way to the town center. "Look!" exclaimed a taller boy, a head above the rest. "He's taken over the old bookseller's place. If he's bringing books, we already know where they'll end up." Everyone burst into laughter, stopping only when the traveler approached them, carrying a large box filled with candies and all kinds of sweets that made their mouths water. "Take some, my dears," he invited them cheerfully. "Take some and then go spread the word that the biggest store in town is opening right here. One with everything for everyone. High-quality goods brought from lands far and wide, bargained for with great effort from the most skilled merchants." The traveler spoke loudly and confidently, ensuring not only the children, but also every passerby heard him. Indeed, he managed to stir immense curiosity, and as the news spread from person to person, within hours, his promise was on everyone's mind and lips. A few days later, everything seemed to be ready. The only thing missing was the sign where, for years, the name of the town's old bookstore and library had once hung. The traveler climbed a ladder himself, prepared the spot, and carefully, without rushing, finally managed to prop up the long-awaited sign. As he prepared to pull down the white sheet concealing the secret, a large group of townspeople had already gathered below, shading their eyes from the sun with their hands. And the sheet fell. La Farsante, the store of unwanted things. What kind of trick was this? Those who couldn't read, quite a few in fact, nudged their neighbors asking for an explanation. "Hey, what do you mean, a store of unwanted things?" shouted a bold woman. "This is ridiculous. You promised us fine goods." The crowd started murmuring, growing increasingly agitated under the unimpressed gaze of Mr. Farsante. "I invite you to step inside and see for yourselves that absolutely everything displayed in my store can find a purpose in your lives and homes." With that, he turned around, disappearing behind the tall glass door. "This is outrageous. What nonsense! Who does he think he is? I'm not going in there. Let's go home." He'll end up just like the old bookkeeper. His books were unwanted things too. Ha ha ha. One by one, encouraging each other's indignation and disappointment, the townspeople dispersed, each returning to their homes. Only one little girl, about 8 or 9 years old, lingered in front of the shop window, hesitating, until Mr. Farsante himself appeared to her left, emerging from behind the building and inviting her to come closer. "Come, don't be afraid. I know people find it hard to enter my store through the front door, so I always make sure there's another way in from the back," he quickly reassured her. Shy, the girl finally mustered the courage to follow him. The place she stepped into didn't resemble any store she had ever seen in town. She wouldn't have described it as beautiful or ugly, just unusual. Rows of shelves held boxes of different sizes, colors, and textures, each carefully numbered and labeled. Thankfully, she liked visiting the bookstore, so she knew how to read. Cold for when you don't want to go to school. An argument with your best friend because you're jealous of them. Bankruptcy for overly ambitious and unprofitable business. A broken leg for that vacation you're too scared to ask for. Heartbreak from unrequited love. A planned car accident, fully insured of course. A fire in the house you no longer wish to live in. Getting fired from the job you hate. And so on, all the way up to the ceiling where, due to the height, the words became harder to read. The girl read carefully, trying to understand. Box number 37, small red, with a lid that looked like the spiky husk of a chestnut, caught her eye. It read, "A cold for when you don't want to go to school." She wanted it so badly. The teacher there was strict, eagle-eyed, and would even pull their ears if they ran too fast during recess. Mr. Farsante, who had been observing her closely, quickly took the little box down from the shelf. "Is it serious?" the girl asked, worried. "Not at all. Just enough to keep you home for a few days, and at most 2 in bed. A little fever, a sore throat, nothing more. Like I said, top quality merchandise." "And how much does it cost?" "A pinch of courage and 2 scraps of self-confidence," Farsante said, rubbing his hands together. "But how do I pay with that?" the girl asked, confused. "Just keep the box open while the cold lasts and then bring it back to me. It will take care of everything." The girl took the box, tucked it into the deep pocket of her overalls, and hurried out the back door. What happened in the days and weeks that followed is easy to imagine. Let's just say the store's shelves grew emptier and emptier, even though no one ever stepped through the beautiful stained glass door. The once peaceful town was now buzzing with small misfortunes, not too serious, but noticeable. The general unrest caused confusion and unease, leading the mayor himself to take action. As all whispers pointed to the peculiar store as the source of the town's troubles, he headed straight there. "Mr. Farsante," he called formally, realizing the nature of the merchandise on the shelves. "Your business is harming the citizens of this town, so I must inform you that you must shut down immediately and leave." The cunning shopkeeper had just risen from behind the counter, holding a medium-sized box wrapped like a mummy's luggage, tightly bounded in a wide strip of beige fabric. "And what is this, may I ask?" the mayor inquired, taken aback. "Oh, nothing that would interest you, of course." "You don't know what might interest me. I order you to answer immediately." "A broken leg for the vacation you're too scared to ask for." The mayor twitched his mustache, inspecting the box carefully, occasionally glancing suspiciously at the traveler. "This is confiscated," he suddenly declared. "And Mr. Farsante, I'll have to pay you another visit. Everything here seems to require a thorough investigation." "I'll be waiting whenever you're ready," Farsante agreed, rubbing his hands together. He was pleased. Once again, He had chosen the perfect place for his business, a quiet town where people needed unwanted things because they didn't dare voice their true desires and hopes. A town where, beneath its peaceful surface, unfulfilled needs of both body and heart simmered. Yes, he had chosen well indeed. He hurried to the back where yet another eager customer was already waiting.